Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at an older video of Rogue Nations. I figured since he was going to face the federal courts today, we take a look at him getting kicked out of a probation office when he first started out. But before we start today's video, a big thank you to all my current channel members and subscribers. Without you guys and your support, I couldn't keep the channel going. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell, so you don't miss out on videos and live streams. Also, if you can, leave a like and a comment, and consider becoming a member. Not only is it a great way to show your support for the channel, but it helps me out as well. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Probation department. Welcome board. Artwork. Job information. Hello, ma'am. Is this the probation department?
Yes, it is.
Is it? Is there somebody I could talk to? I've been looking online. There's a lot of reviews on it. Bad service, that kind of thing.
Okay, I'm sorry, who are you with?
Who am I with?
Yes.
I'm with myself.
Okay, and what is he doing?
We're independent media. We're gathering content for a story.
You're lying!
Okay, you cannot be recording, and he's recording on his phone, so he needs to turn it off.
Okay, why can't we record? Is there a law?
Yes, even though it's not a law, they can ask you to stop recording, and if you refuse, they can have you escorted out of the building. It doesn't have to be a law, it's their policy to not allow video recording in their building. Something Rogue and all the other frauders seem to have failed to understand. Policies apply to them as well.
Melinda?
Make a phone call.
Would you come to the front desk, please?
Wonder who did.
Getting a supervisor for you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. She's getting the supervisor. Oh, okay, that's great. Think some other people got to get in there. ATM machine. Bubblegum machine.
Excuse me, you cannot report into the cash office
Okay.
or me, and you do not have my permission.
Okay. Oh, they got cameras up there. They don't have my permission to record me. Well, I guess we better have a lawsuit against them then.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Actually, I need you to leave the building. If you don't, I will call OPD. Okay, fine, I'll call.
Let me see if the supervisor's coming.
Y'all don't get in trouble, man.
Was that supervisor coming out to see me?
Yeah, she's the one that told you to leave the building.
Okay, well, I have a public records request to make, so I
Yes.
still need to see her regardless.
Oh. No, I didn't, but I did now. Uh-huh.
Who do I make a public records request through if she's not going to talk to me?
She will.
They can go to the courthouse and get the public records from the courthouse.
Well, actually, I get it from the custodian of the records.
You can go to the courthouse and get it if you want to. It's public records, public information, you can get it there.
Right. The the Florida law states that I go to the custodian of the records where the records are normally kept.
They've told you go to the courthouse to get records. Now, the real question is, what records are you trying to get? Are you trying to get how many people they service there, or are you trying to find out somebody's private information for their probation cases? Because regardless of that, this is just you trying to find your little Weasley way to stay in there. Now, Georgie, we know that you're facing 8 federal counts for the same charges that DMA was facing and was found guilty on. What makes you think you will stand any better of a chance there than you did here?
Yeah.
Are your records kept at the courthouse? You guys keep no records here?
He just told you, right?
So there's no records here?
Of what?
I wanted to open record request that phone list you have right there on your bulletin board.
The phone list.
What the fuck?
For what? That's our extensions here.
Okay.
Yeah, let him know.
Okay.
Do I go to the courthouse to get that?
Go ahead and have a seat.
Okay. You like how they have that ATM machine right next to the cash window? They are efficient at stealing your money, my friend.
Is that what they do here?
That's exactly what they're doing here, stealing people's money for victimless crimes, no doubt. Drug charges, all kinds of good stuff here. That's what the state does.
Shenanigans.
Na.
Shenanigans.
Na.
Well, Georgie Boy's wrong again. They're not stealing your money. That's not what the government's doing here. Probation fees could be a condition, well, are a condition of the release for a person to be on probation to pay back their debt to society. Now, those fees don't just go to the probation system. They could be part of a branching system which would pay back for victim restitution, court costs, drug testing and alcohol testing, and classes they may need to take. Something that if you would just spend 5 minutes looking up online, you would understand. Instead, you want to make this just the tyranny of the government stealing people's money because you're too lazy to go get a real job.
They don't like it when they have the cameras pointed back at them, but they sure do have 2 pointed right at us. We're gonna FOIA request that camera too today. We're gonna get the camera footage for the last 2 days.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
From that camera. See, because those are our cameras. We're the ones that actually pay for those cameras, just like we pay for the office and we pay for that lady back there's salary. I want to get all shitty.
That argument that every frauder makes is, well, we pay taxes, so that's our cameras too. Hey, frauders, guess what? The people that are government employees, they pay taxes too. Shocker, I know. But everybody pays taxes. Sales tax, property tax, income tax. All of that goes back to everybody paying into it.
What's going on?
I came in to do a public records request.
From here?
Yep. Probation office.
What record are you trying to get?
I'm trying to get a couple of them, actually. I asked to speak to a supervisor. I'm still waiting. They told me to sit down.
Okay.
So, if you'd like to, you can speak with them, see what their problem is.
What people are you trying to get information on?
I'm not trying to get information on people. I want the last 2 days footage from the cameras.
For what?
It's for content, for a story. I'm working on a story. I'm an independent journalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video, and just remember, Anyone who calls himself a journalist is a
So,
Okay, do you have ID stating that you have the credentials to be a journalist?
who issues those credentials, do you know?
Whoever you work for.
Yeah, no, there's no press credentials. I'm an independent journalist. I could print something out on my printer if it'd make you happy, but I'm not required to by law.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Charlie O'Donnell. Can I have a supervisor respond, please?
Now you guys gonna see how the law works.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
So the deal, you guys are absolutely allowed to record.
Thank you.
The Salvation Army Corrections Department doesn't want you guys here anymore. Okay, so you do have to leave.
Is this a parole probation office?
And are you on
To
parole
the
or
best of
probation?
my.
At the time of this video being made, on his end, no, he wasn't on probation or parole. However, currently he is on probation from the state of Georgia, where he's only allowed to go back there to visit his probation officer. So, he's at the wrong office at this one.
Knowledge, yes.
Okay, is it for the public?
Are you on
Yes,
parole or
but-
probation, sir? With this,
Can-
with
can-
this
can-
area?
Can you let me?
Yeah, sure.
Go.
She asked her question before me, so.
Okay. I am not on parole and probation.
Okay.
Are you telling me that the only person that can public records request the probation office is people that's on probation?
No, but what we
Oh,
are
okay.
telling you is that them as a business, they have asked you to leave, okay, and they have every right to do that, okay?
Okay. Probation is a business.
The Salvation Army is a business, yes, sir.
Okay.
And
Is this
as a
Salvation Army
business-
customers?
Can I talk for a second?
Yeah.
As a business, just like every other business out there, they have the right to refuse service, okay? And trespass people from their location, okay? So at this point, they want to invoke that right to do that and don't want you guys on the property.
Okay, let me just clarify.
Sure.
Is this state probation office?
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Can
I
we
would have to
find
double
out
check.
because the state probation office, whether who runs it,
Uh-huh.
is public.
Okay.
And the public, unless I've committed a crime, has a right to be in a public.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Area. These gentlemen
Well,
behind you are
well,
part of the public, right?
Sure.
Okay.
But the thing is, they, as workers here,
Okay.
you know,
Public workers,
to
if
the
they're
best
working
of my
for the
knowledge, we have
state?
a supervisor on the way, so we'll double
Okay.
check, obviously,
Okay.
you know, because I don't want to. I understand you guys are.
Because
you know,
Article 1, Section 2 of the Florida Constitution allows for equal protection. That means if the public's allowed in an area, I'm allowed in the area with a camera or not.
Sure. I'm
Okay,
not saying
okay.
it's got nothing to do with the
And at the end
camera or
of the
anything
day,
like that.
Please remember that people that come here have jobs, the bosses don't know that they come here. And the fact that you're recording people coming in and out of here puts them at jeopardy with their job and their loved ones.
So what you're saying is that these people lie to their bosses and don't tell them they're on probation? That's not my fault. I can't help that if they're liars. I mean, they're
I'm
criminals
just
already,
saying,
right?
since you brought
Yeah, you're one to talk, Georgie boy. I mean, you've been arrested multiple times. You've been trespassed from many buildings multiple times. You've even said before in several live streams that you have committed crimes in the past. And yet you are still committing crimes according to the federal government. So, what makes you any better than these people?
up that article about protecting people and privacy and stuff like that, but yet you're here
So
not giving any regards to other people's privacy.
There's no privacy in public. Right, we all know the plain view
Supervisor just
doctrine.
arrived, okay, and he'll be able to discuss it with you. You know, he obviously knows, you know, obviously he's a supervisor for a reason, okay?
Yeah.
But they, as a business, do wish to not have you guys here any further, okay?
Well, if it's a state probation office and the general public's allowed, then I'm allowed.
No, you're not.
Up to a point, up to
Yes,
the
if
point
they ask
where
you to
they.
leave and you don't leave, you're gonna go to jail for trespass after warning, so. The
Okay.
staff has asked them to leave already?
No, they haven't asked us to leave. The lady actually has
That's
told me to
what-
wait.
Wrong again, because here's the thing. If a business is leased out through a private entity, such as Salvation Army, or St. Vincent de Paul, or what have you, they are in charge of that building. And if they say they no longer want you there on the property, then they can have you trespassed. Yes, you did ask for a supervisor, and the supervisor did tell you to leave, while the employees asked you to sit down so they can call and see what the supervisor wants them to do.
I'm here making a public records request. So in order for them to deny a public records request, they just asked to leave.
Once I told them to quit recording, and if they did not leave, I would call over.
All right, guys, time to go.
And they sat and they refused to leave. So this is the second time.
Don't come back.
Okay, so how do I fill a public records request with this office?
You guys do, I'm not trying to, bug you any more than you have to. You have to get off of the property, okay? So they... Yeah, do you guys...
Nope.
Make sure you guys don't come back on the property, obviously, because then it is trespass after warning, okay? This is your warning whether or not it's in paper or not. You
Okay.
can't come back. If you do, you will be...
Can I get names and badge numbers of everybody here, please?
Can we get your name, please, so we can document this also?
As soon as I get your name and badge numbers.
I'm going to give you a case card with our name and case number on it.
Okay.
Can I get your first name, please, sir?
As soon as I get names and badge numbers.
Sure.
Okay.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
T. Robertson, badge number 6168.
Bode.
What
Sergeant
is your name?
Mucci.
Manucci, not Mucci.
What is it, sir?
Manucci, Sergeant Manucci.
Sergeant Manucci. Thank you, sir. Good now. Thank you.
Can I please have your name, sir?
T. Robertson, 6168.
T1 Robinson. My first name's George.
George?
Yep.
And your last name, Mr. George?
Is not gonna happen.
What is your name, sir?
How do I file a public records request with this office then?
I don't know.
I didn't hear you. I'm
So
so sorry.
just to clarify, when I go into a public building, ask for public records, all they have to do is say leave, and they don't have to fill my public records. Is that what you're saying the law is?
Maybe you should Google it.
Boom. Roasted.
Well, is that what you're saying? You came in saying the law, if they asked me to leave, I had to
They
leave.
ask you to leave the property and you don't, then you go to jail. I don't know anything about your request. That's
Okay.
something you need to learn about on your own. I don't have any idea about that.
Well, I know about it. That's why I'm wondering why you guys are trespassing me when I'm here making a open records request.
Because this is private property and they ask you to leave.
It's private. It's not a state probation office.
It is owned by somebody, so it makes it private property.
When the state rents out a facility, when the state
Sir,
rents
I'm
out...
not going to argue with you about what it is. I'm explaining to you what's going on. I'm not going to debate with you back and forth whether or not this is open to everybody who wants to come inside. Obviously it's not, because they asked you to leave.
Okay, so it's restricted to certain people?
Facilitate you guys leaving, so that's what happened. So we're done.
Okay,
Now you guys have a good day.
thank you. Tell them I'll stand here until they wish to file the public records request.
Also, sir, let me explain something to you also.
Mm-hmm.
There's an ordinance in this city that says that you're not allowed to block a sidewalk,
Sure.
which you both are standing on.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. And there has to be actual traffic for you to block.
I'm explaining to you what the ordinance is, okay?
Yeah, I know the
Is
ordinance.
that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're blocking a sidewalk,
Mm-hmm.
and I ask you to stop blocking the sidewalk, and you do not stop blocking that sidewalk, then you are in violation of the city ordinance. So, I'm just letting you know while you guys are standing out here, okay?
Okay.
They're also doing construction, so you might want to be careful.
Oh, yeah.
And we're ending it here. Georgie and his little friend don't stay there until they get their records request. They actually do the walk of shame and leave the facility and the sidewalk. Yes, this is dedicated to Rogue Nation himself, facing his 8 federal court case charges right now. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. And if you haven't already, consider becoming a member. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without you guys and your support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so thank you from the bottom of my heart.